Hello everybody, this is Dracaan, and since I have been asked many times, I am going to make a small video about what add-ons and what macros I am using. People really do not believe me when I say them what I am using, so I decided to show them. Or maybe I was asked. Well, as you can see, I'm flying around Darnassus at the moment. Okay, we can start by saying I am not a macro slash add-on fan, so I'm using only two add-ons and one macro which isn't really anything great, which we will see later. My secret is only having everything from the bottom bars binded to buttons, and I'm using quite common use of 1 to 5 Q E R T F G H Y, and along with those I'm using also shift and control with the combination of the above. Now then, let's start from the add-ons. On the left side above the chat we see my first add-on, which is recount, pretty much to show the performance of specific people, for example DPS, damage done, healing done, or whatever else you want. As I mentioned, it isn't anything important, but it's always good to see how is the group performing. If the DPS is too low, we can just go. And now, one of the main add-ons I'm using is DBM, which pretty much tells you what to do on boss fights, both in raids and on dungeons. You can adjust many options, for example how the bar looks, where it shows up, how it reacts to the environment. Also there are plenty of ways to interact with it, which you will see in a moment. It also stores our achievements in dungeons and many raids. For example, in Firelands, Bastion of Twilight, or many of the instances. Shows how many bosses you killed, on which mode, what is your best time, and so on. As you can see, I don't have big history since I am not in a raiding guild. Okay, while we have some time, maybe we could use it to talk about macros. As I said, there aren't many. Most of which I'm using on my other characters is just for pure fun, or well, to roll faster. And here you see me playing with my DBM, showing the ways of interact with the signs, marks, bars, where they show up. Also, in a few seconds I should be showing you a test showing how does this thing work, pretty much. I just had some problems finding it. Oh, I should also mention I'm using the same add-ons on every of my tunes, so you will not see me using help, heal, bat, or whatever else you can imagine. I'm using the same things on my priest, on my warlock, on my DK, on everything. And no, for the people that know me from the past, I am not a restoration druid. I am feral slash boomkin now. As you can see, DBM has many options, and what's more important, you pretty much have to use it when you want to ride. And on the right side, in the middle of the right side, you can see the bars for the test. Let's wait and see how it goes, shall we? Although you cannot hear the audio here, because my recording software isn't really too strong, you would hear many kinds of voices telling you some quotes from the game or some sounds. And now you can see using me with my macros, not much, yes. Most of them are just pretty much for fun. For example, when you summon a Felguard, you can see a shout with some quote from the game or just sounding quite okay. And here is the only macro I actually use on Feral, and it is for Feral charge in both cat and bear under one button. Not much, but it saves one spot on the action bars. Here's the same one, but under the specific for character. Well, and that's pretty much it. That's all I was asked to show. And sorry for my stiffy talking in this video, because I'm just not used to talk about the movies, or should I say small videos I make. But I was asked, so I want to try something new. And now I have been interrupted. Dzięki wielkie, muszę zacząć od początku.